here today? Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday. Um, it's good to see you guys here again. I don't know why my name is not showing over there, but if you're coming across me the first time, my name is Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small, but I do come here on Amma Manson's page on Tuesdays and Thursdays just to do a segment and just teach on various subjects. So if you go back, you'll see there's a few more videos that I've done. Maybe you will like them. And if you do, please do come and join me on my page. Follow me on my page, Learn and Grow with Betty Small. If you do find the content that I post here to be inspiring and helpful to you. So today, I am not seeing the topic on, I'm using a phone, so you guys have to bear with me. But the topic for today is walk with the wise and be wise. Why am I bringing up this topic? Because it's all about, our life is all about relationships. We have relationships with our immediate family members, our parents, our siblings, our cousins, we have grandparents, we have our teachers, people that you went to school with, you have friends in the neighborhood. There is all kinds of people in the society, and all these people, we have some kind and sort of relationship with them. And this becomes even more important when you grow older and you start to figure out what is your place in life. What is your purpose? What is your calling? How can you achieve your goals? How can you get to your destiny? How will you live a life of legacy? Like, what are you gonna, once you leave and exit this world, what are you leaving behind? Okay. Are you leaving a mark? Are you leaving people that are gonna be devastated because you are gone and all the impact that you made in their life? Or, they're just gonna come and say, oh yeah, the so and so, we knew her, but she's gone. So as a person, in the course of me trying to figure out my passion, my purpose, my lifelong goals that I want to achieve for myself, it also, what comes in is the fact that I just don't want to do this for me. I want to do this for other people. What is it that I can do to make an impact in other people's lives? And so as I was reading, as I was, doing the search and trying to figure out, what is Betty all about? What exactly do I want to do with my life? And as I do that for my life, what else can I do for other people so that I'm not just living for me? Because everybody in this world that we have been placed on, you're not here just for yourself. You are here for you and for somebody else. So as you go through life, you have to ask yourself, I know that I'm here for myself, yes. What else can I do? What other things can I do to make an impact in this world, to leave a mark, to change somebody's life, to make a difference? Okay. So that's why I finally landed on these words. And I think they sum up everything that I wanted to talk about. And it's pretty much, whatever relationships that you have in your life, they form the basis of who you are and what you do in your daily life, be it at work, be it at home, you know, be it at church, or wherever it is that um, you offer your services at. You have relationships with these people, and so their relationships impact you and what you do. Okay, but the bottom line is the fact that you are the one in charge of your life, and you are in charge of what kind of relationship you have. You determine the course, okay? Don't let other people determine what your relationships look like, okay? And so I go with this analogy. I read it one time. I can't remember the writer of that book, but he talked about the fact that you own a bus. Okay, look at life and your relationships like it's you own a bus. Okay, and in this bus, you are the driver, and you decide who gets to sit where. So these are the different people in your life and what kind of relationships you have with them. So you as the driver of that bus is going to determine who is going to be your co-driver, okay? Who is going to sit behind the driver and who will sit behind your co-driver. Depending on how big the bus is, so you decide who sits behind who and who sits behind who and who sits at the very, very back. Okay. You have to use some level of intelligence when you decide who joins your bus. You have to decide who is going to be that co-driver with you. You can't just pick any co-driver in life. Just like, say, in a marriage relationship, you just don't go get married to anybody. There are those specific things that you look for in a spouse. And so once you meet those qualities that you're looking for in the other person, then you say, yeah, I can lock my life with this person because they have those qualities that I'm looking for, right? So it's the same way. In this bus of life, you decide who's going to be that core driver with you. Okay. And it may not be the same person for a lifetime. It may be different people, because we evolve through life. We go through different things in life. And so at one point, you may need that core driver, say, in your marriage, or you may need that core driver at your place of work. Okay. Or you may need that core driver at your church where you worship or something like that. So we, you as an individual and me as an individual, have the ultimate role of determining who are the people that we get to sit in our bus. However close you are with this person, whatever role they play in your life determines where they get to sit in the bus. Okay. If you have to meet your goal, if you have to not just meet your goal, but make it to the destiny, leave that legacy that you want to leave, then things have to be aligned. And if, like me, I believe in God, I just don't believe that people show up in my life for no reason. Okay. Especially if it's something that I've been praying about and something that I'm just like, God, I just need you to, help me meet the right person in this area. If it's in my job, if it's I'm struggling with a certain thing and I need help with that. I just don't believe that people show up in our lives haphazardly. There is a reason why they show up in our life. And so the most important thing is for you to realize that, oh, this is the kind of person that I've been wanting in my life. For whatever need or gap that is that you are looking for, you have to be like very in tune with yourself and your surrounding, okay, so that you can be able to figure out or know when that person has arrived. Because these people don't come and stay for a lifetime. They're here for seasons and for reasons. So they come. If you're able to notice that that's them and they've come for whatever reason, they help you through it. Okay. And that season is over. And guess what? Before you realize, that person is probably gone and you may never get to see them again. Now, there are some people who, yeah, they stay there for a long time, but even the kind of relationship that you have with that person may not be the same all through. because people go through seasons, people go through different issues. And so with time, we all evolve and we don't deal with things the same way. Okay. But what am I trying to say? Bottom line, you are the decision maker. Depending on where you want to go with your life, depending on what it is that you want to accomplish, what kind of legacy do you want to live in your life, you get to determine who is this person that needs to come in your life. No, you get to determine if that person came in your life, you get to determine, okay, does this person stay? And if they stay, where exactly do they sit in this bus of mine? Okay. Because I see sometimes even in like real life situations, like you get people who have, they start having issues. People have issues with their spouses, people have issues with their in-laws, and others is just like sometimes it's just even a co-worker, sometimes it's even your siblings. Some people just don't get along. Just because you came from the same parent does not necessarily mean that you're going to get along. And so people have a hard time like deciding, okay, this is my family member, I feel so bad, like, um, banking them out or just putting them so far back in the bus because they're a family member and you just feel like you should put them close by. Well, this is my belief system about this. You, as much as somebody is your family member, as much as somebody is that close to you, if they are not helping or pushing you, propelling you forward in your goal and in your purpose, then unfortunately, they may have to go somewhere on the back of the bus, or they may not be in that bus at all. Sometimes you just have to tell them to get off the bus because there is nothing as bad as somebody that is pulling you away from your dream, somebody that is always sabotaging you in your dream, somebody that is always putting you down when you're trying to reach your goal. And it's worse when it's a family member, somebody close to you that you feel like, "Ah, this person should be here to help me." And you just feel like you're stuck with them because they are a close family member. And so you're like, you don't want to um, let them down, and you don't want the other family members to say, oh, why are you doing this to so and so? So bottom line, you do you. You figure out what is important to you. Who are the people that will help me in this course of life? And be able to recognize when they walk in your life, when they walk through in your life. Like they say, you know, your greatest gift in life, the people that really matter, that are going to make a difference, that you need to make the difference in life that you need to, they will walk in your life with two legs, of course. And you just have to be very aware. Emotional intelligence. Be very aware of your surroundings and yourself so that you are able to recognize when these people come. Otherwise, they'll come, they'll pass by, and you won't even know. And so that's why, like, I never used to be a big believer of meditation, but with time, I'm actually buying into it because it or somebody just happened to cross your life for no reason, then you just realize, oh, okay, maybe this is something that I've been thinking about, and I've been hoping and praying to meet somebody that can help me with this thing. And then it just crosses your mind like, oh, I met so and so the other day. They say they do this, 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 this. Or somebody told you about somebody that does that thing that you have been looking for. Because sometimes, honestly, let's be honest, like we get so busy, me included, we just on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. You go work, come home, cook, clean, get a little sleep, wake up again, go, 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 go. You're always on the go, go. And so we don't even give our brain time to quiet down and to kind of process, the few things or there are a lot of things that we have in our mind, but at least prioritize a few things, one, two, three things that are really, really, like right there in your brain, and just kind of try to process them. But because we are always on the go, we don't get to do that. So I've realized that actually meditation does a whole good to the body if you practice it. Now, have I gotten a complete hang of it? No. I am a complete beginner, but I've actually liked the way it feels. I really get time for my brain to really slow down, and I can get to process, and then it helps me to connect the dots, because when we are too busy, we don't even get to see the relationship from one thing to the other. We just kind of think like they're just, uh, maybe polar opposite, or they have nothing to do with each other. But when you actually stop and think and process, then you realize, I think there's some similarity between A and B. And, it helps you to put the whole picture together and see if maybe this is something that you were searching for, somebody that you were searching for, that one thing that you've really been looking for. And if you're not careful, it will just bypass you. Okay. Um, the truth is, there are no casual relationships. Every person that comes in your life comes for a reason. You just have to be intelligent enough. Okay. Why is this person in my life? For whatever reason they are there, don't keep them longer than they ought to be, because that's when problem starts to happen. Sometimes somebody will come in your life, you are having a need, and that need is they've already helped you and it's complete. And you just kind of keep them in your life because you feel like, oh, it feels good. But then something deep down says, you know what, we don't really have anything much in common with this person. And then before you realize, this person starts pulling you into their behavior, into their way of life, which sometimes, in most cases, does not align with what you are or who you are. And the more you start interacting with people like that, you start losing track. You start losing track and you start going off course, away from your goal. And so that's why it's very important to realize who are the right people in your life, and walk with them so that they can help you get to your goal, so that they can help you get to your purpose, so that you can accomplish that which you were created for. Because each one of us was created for something, some kind of impact. I don't believe that we were all put here on earth to just come, live and go. Mm-mm. Everybody, some kind of impact, however small it may be. Your calling may not be my calling. Okay. So don't worry about me and the impact that I'm making. Worry about you. Worry about me as a person. What am I called for? What is it that I can do? What change, what impact can I make in this world? That one person. That is all you need to worry about. Don't worry about what another person is doing, because that's where we lose track. Because we are always trying to look at the other person. Oh, they are doing such and such and such, and here I am. I can't do that. That's too. It's just too much for me. That's for learned people, people who have done their PhDs, people who are good speakers and stuff like that. And you disqualify yourself already. Well, you are not that person. Betty Small is Betty Small. Okay. Amma Manson is Amma Manson. Obama is Obama. Okay, so our capabilities are different. I cannot compare myself with Obama. Obama has his own abilities that God gave him, and he sure used them. He left a legacy. He did what he could and what he should. And so, if you keep looking at other people who are doing bigger things, it will completely discourage you to get started so you can make the impact that you are called to do. Be you. Be true to yourself and know what are your abilities, what it is that you can do. And if there are things that you can't do, then ask yourself, what can I do to grow my skills so I can serve better? Because we are all called to service. Anywhere you go, name it, whether you are going to the store to buy groceries, whether you're going to the hospital to be taken care of for whatever illness, whether you are going to watch a game, wherever you're going, we are all getting services right and left. So you're here to provide service to somebody, okay? And all these kinds of services we are providing makes us, like we have relationships from one end to the other. You're going to develop some kind of relationship with that nurse who's taking care of you, or that doctor is taking care of you. You're going to develop some kind of relationship with that person that is going to serve you at the store. You're going to develop some kind of relationship with that person that is going to put gas in your car. So all these people, we come across them in our lives, but ultimately what is more important is the fact that if you have a goal, if you have a calling, okay, you ultimately are responsible for the people that you put in your life, because these are the people that are going to determine what your destiny is going to look like. You walk with them. If they're wise, then you'll be wise. But if you choose people who are not, like I say, you are your own, you have to evaluate on your own. You have to be emotionally intelligent and studying people around you, because there's always people around. Even like any say, let's not use a funeral, let's use a wedding, okay? Even in any wedding that you go, not everybody that attends that wedding is necessarily happy for the couple, okay? We call them our friends, we call them our family, we invite them to the function, to the wedding, to the graduation, or whatever it is. But nobody ever knows deep down in the person's heart, like, how do they actually feel about you? Some people, they are jealous. Some people, they're not, of course, they're not happy for you, but they'll be there like, yeah, yeah, I'm so happy for you. But, we are not God, so you can't really open the hearts of people to see. But what am I trying to say? These people will always be there in your life. And some of them are people that you call your friends, okay? If you're going to keep them friends, then you need to determine exactly what kind of friends are they, and determine where exactly you're going to put them in your bus, or even if they belong in that bus. Because I've seen like, uh, um, let me give you guys a personal example. Yeah, this is very personal and very. So a few years ago, before I got married, I had I thought he was a good friend of mine, but she was a coworker. Now that I'm older and I'm a little more emotionally intelligent, I should have known. First of all, you can't be developing serious relationships at work. Okay. Work is work. Be cordial with them, with your coworkers, get along with them. Um, be nice to each other. But really, that's not a place whereby you develop concrete relationship. For me, at least, that's not a place I need to develop like concrete relationships and bring those people in my life. Okay. So I had this friend who was my coworker, and I I held her dear to my heart. She's one that kind of a person that whenever we talked, I felt like she got me. Like she understood what I'm saying. If it was something painful, she really, really understood what I was saying. And yeah, she was maybe almost 10 years older than me, but she was so fun to be around with. She was she did like Zumba classes and something like that. So, and I enjoyed going to her classes. So yeah, she was helping me in terms of staying healthy with my exercises. And so I enjoyed her company. So at work, we would work together. And when we are off, and even when we are off, I love to go to the gym. We would work out together. I wasn't married by then. So, like, we had all this time to hang out and play together. So we used to talk about everything. I would tell her about, my current husband, I would that who was my boyfriend then. So like I used to tell her all this personal stuff about um my boyfriend, right? Now for her, she was divorced. She was married before, so she had a son, but at that point in life she was divorced. Okay. She told me she was happy. She wasn't really looking for somebody at that time. But you never know. Sometimes people may say that, but you never know, because sometimes they may just come across the right person and they're like, yeah, I wasn't looking for somebody, but that is a pretty handsome guy, or he's a pretty um, nice dude, so I'm gonna give him a chance. So to make the long story short, so I used to share with this girl all my stories, all my personal secrets. And so I don't even know. I don't remember us having any issues at all. But I remember when I was getting ready to get married, like the Friday before we got married, she came over to my house and she helped me, cook and clean and get things together. And my husband, who was my fiance then, was around. And so she was, like, yeah, you need to hook me up with somebody like that, blah, blah, blah. Somebody like you seem like a good man. And so my husband did tell me, I don't like the way your friend was talking to me. She sounded like somebody that wants me or something. I was like, why would you say something like that? My friend is so distant. Don't say something like that. Anyway, I just let it go, right? So, this person that I called my friend actually never showed up for my wedding. She told me she was coming, and I gave her directions and everything. She had the invitation. Guess what? She never showed up for the wedding. In the evening, when we were having the evening celebration after the wedding, I had reached out. I'm like, hi, I didn't see you. Is everything okay? She's like, blah, 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 some nonsense reason. And then she said, oh, I'll join you guys in the evening. Well, she didn't come. She never showed up. Okay. And to be honest, she never really showed up in my house after that. Never. She never came. She never, how friends visit, like, okay, after the wedding, let me go see them, take them a gift or whatever. She never came. She never celebrated with me any of those events. And of course, time passed. I had a baby, and while I was going on maternity leave, I mean, she was like, yeah, I'm happy for you, blah, blah, blah. But when I was going on maternity leave, so this lady was apparently slandering me at work and told all my personal business at work. Oh my God. Why am I giving this story? I'm just trying to be real with you guys. There are people that we hold so close to our lives and we think like they are very good, close friends. And we become so open with them and share with them and tell them very personal things in life. And you realize later that, oh, that was not even a friend, actually. You know, that was, till today, I can't even tell you what I could call her because I truly believe she was my friend. And she's the only person who would have known that personal stuff that she told a few coworkers at work. And of course, when I confronted her, she's like, oh, no, it's not me. And I'm like, honey, you are the only person that I told that personal business. I never told anyone else. So to me, that was a learning point. Like, never, never take your personal business to work. People that you have as friends at work, leave them there. Okay. People that you have as friends at church, they're friends at church. Leave them there. People that you have as friends at your gym, leave them there. I don't care where it is. Do not start mixing these two things. And even if you're going to bring somebody along in your life, you really have to vet them. Okay, you have to study them very well and make sure that they've checked all the boxes of what a true friend looks like. Now, does that mean that they're not going to betray you at some point? No guarantee. But at least you have done a little bit of your homework, so that determines where exactly in your bus of life are you going to put them. Okay? So I just wanted to share that little story about me because whew, that was a biggie in my life because I have not, let me just say, I've never fully recovered from that in terms of having a close person as a relationship. I am very, I mean, a close person in a friendship relationship, like bringing them so close in my life and telling them my personal affairs. That was a major, major turning point for me. I'm very extremely careful in who I bring close in my life. And yeah, I think I did attempt to have another friend, and this time it was from church. And that one didn't go well either, um, because something happened and she accused me of it. And I'm like, honey, I wasn't even around at that time. Actually, this is the other time that I had my second baby, and I wasn't even around for whatever the event that happened. And she's like, it's you. I'm like, honey, you should have known you're my friend, that I wasn't around at that time. So why would you do something like that? So to me, in short, I really don't have any close friends, to be honest, because of the scars that I've had from the past. I am really extremely careful in bringing anybody close in my life. I do the vetting, but at the same time I still don't. I'm not that open anymore, so we just relate on a cordial level. Oh yeah, people can truly act like your friends out here and they can slander you real, real bad, and you're like, and then you can't, okay, in most cases you can't even deny it because you actually told them that. They have the information firsthand. It came from you. They can't even say, oh, I had so and so say this. No, they're your friend. And so, since they had the information from you, you literally opened your mouth and told them ABC, ABC about your life. Well, it's very believable as compared to if somebody else had given them the information and it was, third hand or fourth hand information. So I am very, very, very extremely careful in bringing women close in my life, call them friendships, call them my girlfriends or something like that. I mean, we if I meet anybody, I do have a few people that are my friends, but I've never been able to bring somebody so close in my life. That reminds me, I have a coworker who she's very nice, a young girl, maybe almost a decade younger than me, but I think she admires me as a maybe an elder sister to her, or something like that. So a mentor or something like that. So we get along very well at work, and I remember even at some point she had like extra what do you call them, coupons. She was going to do massage and she had an extra coupon, and she's like, hey, are you off a certain day, we can go get some massage and all that. I say, sure, I would love to do a massage, but owing that I have young kids and she doesn't have kids, sometimes my schedule is not all that great. So I told her, let me we'll figure out a day that we can go. And honestly, my schedule was so bad that I really did not have time to take care of myself by going to get that massage. And so time lapsed, months went down the drain. And I do remember another time she's like, "Oh, I want to come to your house, just come visit you and see the kids," or something like that. Or we're going to go out to eat. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we'll work on that. And like I said, because of the scars that I've had before, even if somebody has no bad intention, I I am very, very skeptical about bringing anybody in my house. I'm very skeptical about having any kind of relationships with friends and coworkers like that. I have a hard time having a strong bond with coworkers as having a no. I have a hard time. So anyway, she told me not too long ago, she said, I actually realized that you're not a true friend. I'm like, why would you say something like that? She's like, I gave you a coupon so we can go to get a massage together, and you never came. And I asked you if I can come visit you and your family and your kids, and you never obliged to that. And neither did you even, Oh, another time she wanted us to go out to eat. And I'm like, my schedule honestly is so tight. And I don't know. I don't feel like making strong bond relationship with people at work anymore. And I don't mean to hurt her feelings, but yeah, that's not my thing anymore. You know. How about you guys? Any experience with in terms of the the kind of relationship that you've had? Anybody has dents and scars like me, and they have trouble bringing people close in their life anymore? I have a hard time. I won't lie. Mm-mm. I really, really, really have a hard time. And so I would rather actually go meet somebody out there in a restaurant and we just have a one-on-one and hang out. And yeah, and we say bye, and you go your way and I go my way. And we meet wherever we are meeting, whether it's at church, we meet at work, or whatever activity it is. That's it. Unfortunately, that's the new me. Yolanda, you are very correct. Yeah. My husband had a hinge from the get go when they sat in the living room that night as we were cleaning up. So after she helped me all day, my husband had a hinge like, this your friend. I don't like the way she's coming across. And I was there standing up for her. I'm like, no, how can you say something like that? But sometimes people see things that we don't see. And it made sense later, because then my husband brought it to me and he's like, you see, she didn't come for the wedding, she didn't come for the celebration, she never even came after that to visit you in the house, she never came to see the baby, she didn't buy any gifts for the baby. So yeah, how do you call such a person a friend? But then when she meets me, she'll be like, hey, hi, how are you? I missed you and all that. So it's more like superficial, And so since that time, I've learned to be a little more decisive, and to look a little bit deeper than the surface of what people show you, because people have masks all the time. They want you to see what they want you to see. And so be a little bit, guard yourself a little more so that you're not getting hurt all the time. You know, I'm not saying put a if you have to put a mask to, put a mask and deal with that situation and let it go. But don't be very, very, very careful with the people that you bring close in your life, because they will either lead you down the drain, okay, or they'll either uplift you. I don't want to go down the drain. I just want people that can uplift me, and make me a better person. Pull me up higher with you. I don't want to go down. I don't want to pull you down. And so I don't want to go down either. So Can we help each other go up? That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. So choose your company well, choose your friends wisely, because you walk with the wise, you'll be the wise. You walk with the wise, you'll be wise. If you choose friends that are not so wise, you will not be getting to your destiny. You will not be getting to your goal. You will not be able to achieve your calling. Okay. Yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Any comments? Anybody has something? My friend. Oh my God, Yolanda. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. I cannot imagine. Yeah. And that is somebody you considered your friend, right? A very close friend that you told all those personal things. You know, let me confess. If ever I have a situation that I feel like I'm really, really stressed about and I really need to talk about it, I do not never, ever go to a family member or anybody that I call a friend. I call, they have listening services these days. Are you guys aware? They have listening services. Okay. So what I do, I would rather call a stranger who doesn't know me, that they'll just listen. If I was angry, I would just let it all out. If I needed somebody to sympathize, they will sympathize and all that. But no, I am not talking about my personal issues, my personal struggles with any family member, or even if it's anybody that I call a friend. That one, I already crossed it out. Mm-mm. I would rather pay and have somebody listen to me. That's how I operate now. I know it sounds crazy. Because sometimes, when you are in that vulnerable state, you end up saying or telling, whoever that friend or family member thinks that you don't really, really want them to know. And these are the same things that are going to be used against you. They'll build a case against you. And that was not even your intention. You just wanted to let it out. But people just kind of take that and package it and say, here, look, you say this. So yeah, I honestly, I don't have a person that I can say, oh, this is my friend. Is it a good thing? I don't know, but it works for me right now. For those of you who are able to have close friends, and you are able to maintain that respect, and you're able to know your space, and you're not screwing each other up in terms of putting each other person's business out there, well and good, if it's working for you. But yeah, for me, no. I don't operate in that realm. I have people that are in my life for whatever reason, and like I talked about, um, you have a bus, and you determine where you put these people in the bus. Okay, you decide who's your co-driver and who's gonna sit behind you, and like that. So you have a decision to do that. Now, are these people all, like, you don't have to feel lovey-dovey with them, but they're in your reason for a season and for a reason. So make sure that you capture those moments and utilize them, because after that, they're probably gone and you may never have them again. He comforted me almost destroyed my. Oh my God, Yolanda. Oh, I hear you, honey. Ah, I tell you, people that we call friends in our lives can really screw us up. They can. I'm glad I'm glad you guys made it. Yeah, just like I'm glad that my husband was able to like tell like, this your friend is a little off. As much as I tried to defend her, she's like, of course he did attend with me her gym classes a few times, and I think all those times that we were together kind of helped him to put it together and be like, no, this your friend is a little off. Yeah, well said, walk the Yes, yes, honey. The people that we have in our life determine where we are going. If they're good people, wise people, you're headed in the right direction. But if they're people who are not very wise, people who are jealous, people who have other agendas behind them, you're going in the ditch and you're going down with them. Yeah. So anybody that you're gonna bring in your life as a friend, um, please vet them very, very well. Do you guys have any criteria that you use to vet the close friends in your life? I need some help because, like I say, I don't have any close friends. I have acquaintances. I have people that I relate with. Why are you doing stuff for her? Um, I don't think I understand that, Yolanda. You mean my friend? Why I was doing stuff for her? I'm sorry, I don't understand that one. Oh, honey, we once I had that conversation with her and confronted her, why would she do something like that? And she denied. Yeah, that was the end of me and her. It would have been different if she had said, even if it's not that day, if she had called me later or tried to make some time and come say, hey, Betty, I did you wrong. I may have said something to somebody, and probably that somebody told somebody else and somebody told somebody else. If she could have come around to me and just said, I'm sorry, I screwed up, it could have probably given us room to repair our friendship. But I guess she wasn't even sorry for what she did. She wasn't sorry. She didn't care. It's like either she wanted it and she didn't get it. So it's like, okay, if I don't get it, I'm just gonna, destroy the whole thing. So yeah. I mean I was like I say, when you are young, sometimes you just do some dumb stuff because you're not really thinking through who are these people in your life, what's their role. If you're calling them a friend, what kind of a friend are they? What improvement are they making in your life? Are they causing you to go up? Are they, you know, bringing you down? At that time, I honestly didn't know. I didn't know any better. But now, you bet, I know better than that. I know 100% better than that. Am I always gonna make the right decisions in terms of the people that I bring in my life? Probably not. I'm not God, but I'm gonna do my best in vetting them in whatever capacity that they're going to come in my life. I'm going to do my best to vet them as a human being. And of course, for those who pray, you pray, you pray, and God answers prayers. And He answers prayers by the people that you see Him send in our lives. Yes, yes. They are always there for a reason. You don't know it, but them, they know that, okay, this is what I'm eyeing, and they're just there to gain, take from you. And so you have to be vigilant. Even the people that you currently hold as close friends in your life, you constantly have to vet them. If they're doing things that are not adding up, if they're doing things that are hurting you, if they're doing things to drag you down, yeah, that has to change. That has to change. If they're your friend, then they should not be dragging you down. They should be worried about how to uplift you. And some friends actually, they're only friends with you when you are on the same level or when they're doing a little bit better than you. The moment you start doing better than them, then a rift comes and the relationship is not conducive anymore. Have you guys met those kind of people? They just want to be your friend because you're on the same level. You haven't done any, you haven't done more than them. You're not doing better than them, financially, relationship wise, or anything like that. But the moment you start elevating yourself, and moving a higher level than them, there causes a rift, and people start becoming jealous, and yeah, and sometimes, in most cases, those relationships don't make it because the jealousy just kicks in and takes some other people to another level altogether. So yeah, for me, I don't do that. I don't have very close friendships that I call my friends that close. I have different people in my life that serve different purposes. I just don't bring them too close to my life like that. Okay. Because every single area of our life is impacted by our relationships, whether it's spiritually, financially, our relationships, our careers. We have people that we call friends all over, you know. And so you determine you determine what is good and what you can deal with and what you can't. And you go up, they slowly cut you off. I know. They stop talking to you and you're like, so and so used to call me so often, or we used to text each other so often, and all of a sudden they just don't talk to you anymore. Um, and that's why I talked about the importance of meditating or even journaling. You know, then you start seeing patterns when you stop to think and process, and you start grouping things. You start seeing the patterns, because somebody that is starting to act weird that you used to be very close to, you'll see the patterns, and those patterns will guide you to let you know that this person, I don't think we are on the same level that we used to be before. I mean, granted that with time people evolve, circumstances change, things happen. But if somebody is your friend, we know them. If you start doing well, uh-uh, they just kind of start ignoring you, and before you realize it, they already drop you, and they start telling you, oh, you now you're on a different level. We're not on the same level anymore. You see, you're doing better. You look down upon us, and I'm like, what? Why would you come up with something like that? They already put themselves in a different category, and you didn't do that. They already did. They feel inferior already. And so some of those relationships, I don't force them. I just let them go. Because the truth is, their time to be in my life has expired. And so you let it go, and you have room for other people to come in your life. That is just how I operate now. The older me. I don't force those kind of relations. Like, I don't go looking for friends that I had years ago. Like, oh, we used to have such a great relationship. I may reach out every once in a while just to say hi, how are you doing? How is life? But I don't try to force people who are my friends 10, 20 years ago to be still my friends today. Uh-uh. Because we have evolved, we have changed. The things that we work with in our lives are different, our circumstances are different. Yeah, so I don't, every once in a while we check on each other, but I don't bother to make them any strong relationships like they were before. Oh, you thought you had found a sister. I know. I hear you, Yolanda. I'm the oldest in my family, and so I also thought I had found a sister. Because my siblings can tell you they love having me as their older sister. Okay. On the other hand, I was so happy that I had found an older sister that I could confide in, somebody that had a little bit more experience in life that could help, hold my hand and direct me and tell me, okay, step here, jump here, don't go here, That's what I thought. Honey, nope. I mean, I enjoyed our friendship for the time that we were friends, but then when it went sour real bad. And the only sad thing is that when the relationship goes sour, the person that you had a relationship there with, they are going with all the personal stuff that you told them about you. So they can do with it whatever they want to do. And so you have to be very, very, very careful and guard the personal information that you share with your friends. Because once you let it out and they know, and your friendship goes sour, they could use it in any way they want. And guess what? They'll say you told it to them, which is true. First-hand information. Yeah. Even when things go sour in your life, don't be the first one to open your mouth and tell people exactly what happened. Let people, and that's just how I operate. Like, I let people just kind of like figure it out, make guesses, because it's worse when you come out and tell them, unless it's absolutely necessary to clear your name. If it's nothing that has to do with clearing my name, if they're just gossiping back and forth, I refuse to be the one to go out there and tell them straight up how it was. I could care less. If they just want to run their mouth back and forth and try to say, this is what happened, oh, I think this is what happened. No, I don't think that happened. I'm not going to be the one to clarify it for them, unfortunately. Because once you clarify it for them, they have first hand information to use against you whichever way they want. And that's my perspective. All right. So, here again, this is Betty Small. My name is Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. I'm sure you guys have been enjoying me here. I am just asking if you guys can also join me on my page. Um, yes, it took evidence. I know, that's what I was saying. Literally, you can't say that you didn't say those words. It's recorded. How are you going to say that's not your voice? It's proof that this is what you say. Yeah. So whatever you tell them or whatever she has recorded to take out there, you can't take it back, unfortunately. So yeah, we have to be very, very careful about that. I hope the episode today or the show today has been inspiring, has been an eye opener to you in terms of the people that you relate with in your life. Are they people that are going to make you more wiser? Are they people that are taking you down the drain? Everybody that is in your life is there for a reason and for a season. Please make sure you shine your eye so that you see them when they come, so that you don't lose that opportunity, because when their season ends, they're gone. Okay. Ask for guidance and for wisdom to know when that person walks in your life, why are they there? So that they can accomplish their goal as well as help you towards your destiny and living your legacy. Okay. So, once again, I am asking you guys if you could please come and join me, follow me at Learn and Grow with Betty Small. I'm trying to grow the page, and you guys know it's not easy. But if what I do here is at all a blessing to any of you, I ask that you please come and join me at Learn and Grow with Betty Small. I will greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, folks. Thank you so much, Yolanda, for your company here today and for your contribution. Thank you, Miss Afi. I saw you there. Those are the only two people that I saw commenting. If you were there in the background and you were not able to comment, please don't feel bad because I'm not able to see how many people there are there. But I really do appreciate your presence here today. And yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Okay? Oh, you are so welcome, Yolanda. Please join me on my page and we'll chit chat some more over there. Okay. Next week is Thanksgiving week for us who are here in North America. So what I may try to do is to come in. Let me see. I'll definitely show up next week. Thursday, I'll probably not be able to do it. I may do it Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that. Okay. But either way, you should get a notification about what the topic is going to be about. All right, good folks. I love you. Until next time. See ya. Bye bye.